often the case is you have a business, it's not performing as well as you want it to, and you're looking to have a listing optimized. So that's exactly what we're going to walk through. We're going to walk through this step by step. We're going to get this listing optimized for the optimal results, and you can follow along with me. Of course, this will be a tutorial. If you have any questions, throw them in as we move forward. Of course, I'll, as I take little breaks, I'll feel free to go ahead and answer them. But what we're going to be looking forward to doing right now is taking care of this listing. All right, so we're always going to start at the top. Okay, and one of the very first things that we want to go ahead and do here is we want to go ahead and grab a 400 by 300 color image, 400 by 300 image of the logo. All right, so this is one of the very first things that I'm going to go ahead and do. So we're going to go ahead and do that together briefly. I just use a simple tool. I'm sure you might have something better than this, but I'm looking to grab a very simple tool, grab it just like this. Grab the baseline color, and I'm just going to toss this in the background. And the reason is, is we're going to need, all right, so let's just get this down the size. All right, so it's 400 by 300, okay. Oh, perfect. All right. All right, so with that being said, what we're going to do is go like this. We want to start with something a little bit bigger then. All right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab a picture of this logo. We're going to try to get it bigger than what we need, so we have something to work with here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and paste that in here. We want to stick with 4 by 3. All right, so. Okay, so we're trying to get it into 400. So Google, they get this, okay? So don't be too clever or try to be too clever. Let's just get the basic name. It's going to be X repair, and then what I like to do is just put in the primary location, okay? And then I just move forward from there. All right, so that's what we're going to do here. We're going to put in the name of the business, and then we're going to put the primary location, okay? Because that's where we're trying to target. All right, so now we have our logo. This is one of the very first things. The next step that you might want to do is go ahead and get yourself a notepad opened up. This is how I do it. And I'm going to take you through the levels of optimization. You know, this is going to be for a shop. This is another owner where we're already in the map pack. We did the same types of optimizations, as you can see. Same thing. And we're doing very well. I have countless of these. So the optimizations that I perform here will certainly help your business out. This is why I want to go ahead and showcase these to you so you can get on the fast track to better success, better results. All right, so here we go. Now, obviously, we do a little extra, but step one is always going to be optimization. All right, so there's a little bit more stuff that goes on in the background, but you know, at the end of the day, you have to start with something. So, and that something is optimization. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our main profile. We're going to take a look at the home, and where you want to go is over here to the left-hand side, and we're going to go into our information box. So we don't ever really want to mess around with the primary name. Normal business owners, you as a business owner, it's not going to be very common for you to change up your business name. Okay. Now, usually I'm a little bit more excited, but it's late. I have tenants, so we have to be respectful. All right, so the primary service here, let's just take a look out here. Let me come over here. The cell phone repair. All right, so let me just come into here. So it's cell phone repair, mobile phone repair shop. Okay. Okay, apply. So we're going to stick with our primary category. Everything else falls underneath that. We're a repair shop. Yes, we repair cell phones. Yes, we repair iPads. Yes, we repair all of these, but the primary, it's in our name. We're a phone repair shop. That's what we do. We're the best. If you're in this particular area, and this goes for your business, when they think of whatever your primary is, you are the go-to business. That's what we need. We need to become synonymous with this. All right. And that's really what we're signaling to Google. So where's the business? Yes, you might take care of these other locales, but the objective here is there's really two. Okay. So it's Katy, Texas. Okay. By putting in extra locales, it's not like Google's going to say, "Oh, hey, they have these in here. Let's show them up farther." No, you're diluting your profile. What I have noticed and what we have tested is by limiting and being optimized, right? You have a much better success rate of dominating your area. And then as you grow more authoritative, then you start to pick up more space. Another way to gain more space, instead of cramming it in here, like it's not that easy, right? If it was that easy, everybody would be winning and they'd have massive, massive green grids, right? Because anybody could just come in here and do this. That's too easy. How you do this is by building authority, having the relevant pages on the website, linking your products over there, and actually having people searching for you from those other areas on a consistent basis. As you grow authority, and as long as you have those pages, you will start showing up farther from where your central location is. All right. So for this instance, we don't need to go overboard here, but we do want to make sure that we are listing Texas. Okay. So we always go for the big, like whatever the main state is, and then our primary locations. All right. So Katy, Texas. All right. So we have Texas and Katy, Texas. Our business is in Katy, and the state that we're in is in Texas. All right. All right. Store hours are store hours. Perfect. Sometimes, SEOs, sometimes business owners will make the mistake. Make sure that whatever your actual address is, you're literally putting that in. So if it's www, make sure that's there. If not, you're going to the root. Hey, great. Put that in there. Okay. As far as appointment links are concerned, oftentimes if you take a look at the local guidelines, they want you to send it to an appointment page, or a contact page. So either a appointment, a booking page, and what I mean by this type of page, you're like, hey, maybe I could just send it here. Literally, you should have those words on the page or in the URL. If you go read the guidelines, it's in there. So generally, pretty much everyone always has a lot of times people are going to have a contact page. So contact us is perfectly fine. Start a repair. So what we're going to do is we're going to send them into the contact page. All right. And that should do it. If you have another service, depending on the type of category you're in or the type of business that you run, you might have maybe like a Fresha or something along these lines. So appointment links. Select your preferred link. Your preference will be labeled on your business profile on Google Search and Maps. So this is the preferred link. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and just add that in there. All right, so that's the contact page. Now, services. So we have our primary category. As you can see here, they're listing this inside of here. Let's come over here. So I just want to take a look at something. Phone repair service. All right, it is a service. So what I want to see is mobile phone repair shop. So that's what we are. What we want to do is we want to come in here and go to reviews because we're looking for something in particular. Okay, we want to know, is it considered a actual service business? Let's just see something here. So if I go here to write review. Okay, perfect. So, see when I click on the 5, see how there's no options? This is not even though it says service, it's not actually a service business. So service business is you're doing yourself, and what I mean by this is this. Okay, this is a phone service business, but see how when I leave a review, it doesn't give me an option of little entity boxes. Okay, now there's some services out there where not stuffing, but adding in the ones that people like that Google's suggesting is going to be helpful. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Let's say that you are I don't know, a window installer or better yet, a plumber. Okay. So if you're a plumber in Houston, all right, let me share this with you. So remember, note this. You see how I clicked on this and it doesn't give you any options? And we're talking about these services. See how this is stuffed in here? This is diluting the profile. The only time you put in anything more than the primary category, Google has, this is the primary category. You've noted this over here into here. So why would I go in there and stuff more? Sometimes you might have 2 services in here. Maybe it should be 1 or 2. Okay, in my opinion, this is how I do it. This is how I've seen the best success. You can do whatever you want. It's your business, right? But if you want to be optimal, all right, put in 1, perhaps 2. But why would I ever think that adding in more is going to be beneficial? You're diluting your profile massively. You've already given Google your primary category. The only time I'm going to add others in there is if Google is suggesting it. And how you know they're suggesting it is I'm going to show you right now. Some businesses are going to require that you add these services in, but only ones that are being suggested. This is what I mean. When you come on over here, let's say you go in here to Nick's Plumbing, okay? So when I come over here to Nick's Plumbing, he has 2,000 reviews. We're going to go into the reviews as if we're going to leave a review. And here's what I mean. I go to write a review. I go here. See how it got bigger? Watch this. All right. So I do this. Do you like, what do you like about this business? Good quality, good value. So, okay. He had good value, good time. All right. Do you use this business? Yes. All right. Now take a look at this. See these? If these are being suggested, then it might be a really good idea, and you actually do them. If you have an equivalent, you shouldn't add them unless you have an equivalent page on your website. So they're giving you all of these suggestions with service-based businesses, right? If you do these, all right, and they're giving you this as an option and you have an equivalent page, then you should add them to your service business. But for most majority of businesses that don't get this type of opportunity, you're not in these types of niches, then you're just simply diluting your profile. All right. So I just want to point that out to you, my friends. Just take it easy there with that. All right. So we're not going to leave this guy a review. I don't know who it is. I have no idea who it is, to be honest. It's not my guy. I know that. So what we're going to do here is, I hate to see that, you added these in. But what we want to do here is, okay, 40 views. So it's looking like we're doing a lot of offers. October 13th. Okay. It's primarily offers. Okay. Well, it looks like he's in here doing this. So let's just keep it moving. All right. All right. So make sure that this is not in there. So this is going to be Katy, Texas. Cell phone repair. All right, so the name of the business is cell phone. So we're going to go mobile phone. Okay, we don't want to make this our main, but we do want to have this Katy, Texas mobile phone repair. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it this way. Mobile phone repair, Katy, Texas, because the main listing has a cell phone in it. So we don't need any type of spectacular boost from that. All right, and then what we want to do is we want to grab the primary. So that's the primary URL. Or actually, sorry, my mistake. Cell phone. So we want to go to cell phone repair, Katy, and then we want to come into here, Katy, Texas. So we just want to get those in there. KDTX, KDTX cell phone repair, KDTX cell phone and mobile phone repair service. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all of this. And we're going to put this in here. And we're going to post it. Okay. And then the next thing is we want to grab the home page with a naked copy. Put this here. And Control V. Okay. And we'll just highlight this. Make it a link. Okay. Perfect. Then we want to grab our... Okay. Give me this. Copy. All right. Good enough. Publish. Save. Okay. And the reason why we want this is because our posts get added directly into this. All right. Okay. So let me just double check this. Mobile phone repair, Katy, Texas. So all of our posts get in there, plus we add links to our posts. It's another asset that we control. We can build links to this asset. We can get an exact match. We can build exact matches to the website. It's from Google. I mean, it's a complimentary link, and it's another site that we control, and it's another asset that all of our stuff gets hubbed into. So can't really go wrong with that. All right, so let's just take a look at this. So he's got a lot of photos. Beautiful thing. Now, as far as this is concerned here, okay. All right, so logo. All right, so we have our logo. We have our, all right, so let's just start in here. Start repair. So this is not cell phone repair. So let's get into here. All right, get rid of it. Done. Nope. All right, get rid of it. Yes, you're out of here. All right, next. Get rid of it. 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 It's just too much. You got to keep it uniform. This is showcased on the homepage when people search for you. Keep it uniform, keep it clean, and most of all, make sure it maps your site. All right. Why we don't want to give Google the traffic? We want them to come see us, right? And you know, I wouldn't use it like this. Not if we're trying to get up there in maps. We want the phone calls. We want people to show up. You know, after we get the optimization, if he really wants to, you know, how many sales can you attribute to this area, right? So we want to track local businesses. All right, so standard barcodes, get started. No. Pre-tempered glass. Okay. Now, if he gets in there and he has the point of sale system set up, now he's on to something. That would be another category, though, like a live inventory category, but then he should have a live inventory category on his website. But for this, our primary product is the service that we offer, and we want to match and mirror that to our website, right? And we want to make sure it's uniform. This is displayed on the homepage of Google. It's right under our business listing. Once you start ranking and they click on it, they're going to see it plain as day with links. You want to make sure this is uniform and looking clean. So usually we like to just use our logos, all right? So whatever the logo is, that's what we're going to use. And then we're going to start mapping from there, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to start coming into here. The very first thing is going to be cell phone repair. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to have a word with him about this. All right, well, the structures need to be fixed. Well, the structures need to be fixed. I'm not going to stuff those in there and throw everything off. But here's what I will do. I'll come into here. I'll add this. iPhone repair. Okay, so it's iPhone. All right, I think he also does, just so I have this set up for when I have to come back in, HTC phone repair. All right, copy cell phone repair. All right, and save. So it's, what is it? iPhone, Google, Samsung, LG. Google, Samsung, LG. Google, Samsung, LG. Google, Samsung, LG. Google. Repair, Samsung, and then LG phone repair. All right. Okay. LG phone repair. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Never list price. You want to get them on the phone. All right. So we did our iPhone, Samsung, Google, HTC, Motorola, ZTE. Motorola, ZTE. And these things probably change, different model numbers. So you want to go broad, right? We need to have those words on the page because those could be trigger words. These are certainly entities because they're brand names. So we want to have them in there. These are probably common, like LSI terms, you know. So Motorola, phone repair. So this is all our phone repair services. These are the phones that we fix. It's good to have these inside of here. These are the things that we do. So there's Motorola, and what was the other one? I forget. Sorry. LG. Oh, ZTE and OnePlus. Okay. ZTE and OnePlus. All right. And now, and then OnePlus. OnePlus phone repair. All right, now it's nice and uniform. Okay, and I hope that you're grasping exactly what we're doing here. Again, so we have here's our products. When you go over to when you actually are on Google, all you're going to see is this: cell phone repair, tablet repair, smartwatch repair, and computer repair. Now, this is equivalent. All the services that we offer is cell phone, tablet, smartwatch, and computer. So when you go over and search for this business, XG cell phone repair, okay, Texas, right? When you're seeing this business, look, they're already starting to show up. See how these are? Look at cell phone, computer, smartphone, tablet, right? Look at these are the services. It matches the website. This is called mirroring. This is crucial. This is optimizing the profile. When we come over here and we take a look, then when we go to our cell phone repair, well, what kind of cell phones do we repair? OnePlus, ZTE, Motorola, LG, Samsung. If we come over here and we go to cell phone, well, what's he do? Oh, iPhone, Samsung, Google. You see what we're doing here? It needs to make sense. The inventory might change, and you can have a live inventory page, and that's why they have that product thing that you can update, that you can attach. It's called Pointy. You can have that, the point of sale machine. That's fine, but that's a separate category. Kind of like I worked with a car dealer. Very simple, very similar system. They had their primary categories. They had their primary products. They had their primary things that they did. They were a Chevy dealer. They carried a Cobalt. They carried this. They carried that. They carried this. But their inventory was always changing, right? But it's the same models. Same. It's still Chevy. You see what I'm saying? So be mindful of these things. All right? So... all right, so let's see. Do you have any questions? Another excellent class. Thank you, sir. Service area entering multiple nearby locations, so city or zip. Not necessarily, my friends. So let's take this a step further now. Obviously, I would like to put the links in there. This is more than good. And look, I did not stuff. And I stayed on point. Like, because remember, as you know, as an SEO, right? The name of the business, the category of the business. These are the two most important things. So what am I repeating over and over and over and over and over again? The name of the business or a variation and the primary category. Over and over and over. Repair, phone repair, phone repair, phone repair. Look at repair, 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 right? This isn't, not by mistake. I didn't add any other words. The density for phone repair inside of this profile is astronomical. Probably way higher than the other guys. Unless they have, because I don't have any other words. So, in any case, I don't want to give away all the secrets. Nah, I want to give you the secrets. Take the secrets and help your business. So, iPad repair, Samsung tablet repair. Okay. Okay. So we're doing iPad, iPad, iPad repair. Okay, iPad repair, save. All right. And then Samsung tablet, I think. Yep, Samsung tablet. iPad repair. And see, I'm matching the terms. All right, so now this is going to be Samsung tablet. Okay, copy this. Tablet repair is the big primary, and then this is a service or a product that we offer. The product is the service. We're a service-based business. That's our product. We're not going to stuff it into our services because Google has already stated that our primary category is our service area. So they already did it for us. They know that all of these things fall under that. All right, so we have those in there. And then smartwatch is Apple Watch and Samsung Watch. So this is relatively simple. Apple Watch and Samsung Watch. Apple Watch repair. And then once I fix the structure up, I think him and I are going to be working together. Once I fix the structure, we'll map in the links. If you see this video and you're wondering, Samsung. Okay. Put this in here. We're going to save it. Boom. Okay. And then computer repair. iMac and MacBook. Okay, so you only do iMac and MacBook, probably because there's such a high ticket. All right, so iMac and MacBook. iMac. Computer repair. iMac computer repair. And then what was the other one called? I don't use those. Oh, MacBook. Okay. All right, MacBook. Okay, it's supposed to be highlighted. That's fine. Computer repair. Now, I want to get in here. Save. All right, so now we've mirrored the website with what we have. Okay. So cell phone, tablet, smartwatch, computer. Okay. So we're going to go over here. We're going to come into here. We're going to go over to here, maps. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're going to do what's new. All right, just to set these up, we're going to do man, you need something nice. All right, so this. All right, so this is going to be tablet repair. So this is going to be learn more. So this is your tablet repair post. Tablet repair post. So you have your tablet repair, and we can edit these, but I want to line these up. Cell phone repair. Okay, so we need a cell phone repair post. Okay. Damn, don't you have any more clean photos? All right, well, you don't have any other clean photos. I'm just going to use the ones that are nice. Smart watch repair. Right? You see what I'm doing here? I'm doing the same exact thing. I'm going to mirror. I'm going to do the home page. I'm going to do the cell phone repair, tablet repair, smartphone, smartwatch, and computer. So he should have 5 different posts. A homepage post, and then all of the services that you render, those are posts. And then once a week, you come in there and you edit them, and then you build links to them. All right? So just so you know. So that's going to take care of this. Now, you could fill this out more. My objective is to do the optimization. get this gentleman. I want to do the highest amount of impact for the lowest amount of time, right? And something that he could go in there and, if he wants to mess with it and stuff in more, hey, that's completely fine. But as far as I want to optimize and get him in position for success, that's all that I care about personally. If he wants to spend extra time, that's on him. But all right, so X repair, smartwatch repair. Yep, that's the one. Learn more, publish. Plus, there's a limit. I don't know how many he did. Smartwatch repair. So we need more nice images like this. I don't like doing that charging. So, and then too, I'll show you about the website. So over here, when you come down here, see, the links show up in here. So it's on the page. So when you start hitting this, why is this page not, oh, we have to go and view it, but it doesn't matter, but it's another page. You have to go and look at the publish site. So there you go. That's going to wrap it up for today. So just so we know and we're all on the same page here, you want to make sure that the name of your business is tuned. Technically, you want to get the primary keyword or if there's a variation. So in this instance, XG cell phone repair